Hey guys, what's up? It's episode 2 of the Going in Dry podcast with Chad. That really took it out of me. I don't think I can open up episodes with that type of energy. That's why the last one, the debut episode, if you haven't listened to it yet, go ahead and do that. The first episode was a little lower than I would like to normally kind of put out there in terms of like energy level. But I don't know. I'll have to find a middle ground between the two. Something to think about as I pop open a seltzer for myself. You may be wondering why there is no video yet, and we're 2 episodes in. And that is because my computer can't handle editing fucking video right now. So, but very soon I'll get a new laptop. Something that actually has RAM in it, whatever that is. And then I'll be able to, put some cool graphics and shit, alongside my ruggedly handsome face that you'll be able to look at. So I hope you're excited for that. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm very happy. I'd say like I'm happier now than I've ever been before, which some people may not believe that I personally know, but suck a dick, because I am. I'm very happy. Well, I'm happy with who I am as a person. I think you need to find a happiness within yourself in order to succeed at whatever the fuck you want to do. You don't necessarily have to be 100% fulfilled, or satisfied by, where your life is or what you're doing, what you're accomplishing at the moment. But I think you need to work on, finding that inner happiness. I think that's a big step, I think. Look at me, I'm some fucking Zen Buddhist monk over here. No, I'm not trying to preach or anything. I just think it's, you have to love yourself, and then others will love you. I don't know, something like that, right? But I think it's important. I think that's very important. A lot of people in New York are miserable shits. I can't stand it. I don't really like living around that. And I'm going to be, generalizing a bit over here, but a lot of them, they try to bring you down to their level, and it's surprising to them to see a person who isn't a fucking basket case, fucking depressed all the time. So they I've met people like that, usually at bars. Okay, so maybe this, isn't necessarily indicative of the entire population, because you're going to find a lot of sad people drinking beer because they want to escape whatever horrible existence they live. But I one run-in that comes to mind, one in particular. I was at a bar in Brooklyn, and I was talking with some girl, and I don't know how we got into the topic, but I think she eventually asked me, like, why are you so happy with things, or happy with how your life is going? And I said, well, it's pretty simple. I'm kind of I'm kind of just happy that I get to wake up every day and not be dead. That's, yeah, I get to wake up every day, be alive. I have all my limbs. I have my wits about me. I'm coherent. I'm functioning. I'm sentient. Uh, I have all that working for me. Not everybody is lucky enough to have that, and I said that's why I'm happy. I'm happy just to wake up and be a living person who has all their faculties, and And she was kind of caught off guard by this. She's like, "What?" Kind of threw her for a loop. And what'd she say? "Oh, it sounds like you're complacent, or you're just content." And I was like, "Well, fuck it, I don't care." I think I like almost immediately stopped talking to this person after she said that. It's like, man, fuck you. It's like, just because you're a sad sack doesn't mean that I have to be. And just because I'm happy that I'm alive, that's a negative. It's not like I'm not complacent at all. There are things there. I have dreams. I have aspirations. Fucking bitch. I hate people like that. It's ridiculous. And maybe that's. I mean, and I run into. I don't want to mis characterize the city too much, because I have met a lot of really fun-loving, cool fucking people, man. That I'm really happy to see. When I see them, if it's even if it's on the it's rare, but God, there's so many fucking just depressing people. It's like he's just talking to them is like you've been enveloped by a fucking cloud of it's just like a smog. Like instantly you feel weak. It's like oh God, I can't fucking take it. I don't want to turn into that person. Hopefully I never do. There are things that definitely piss me off and make me, annoy me, make me unhappy. Um, but they're, momentary kind of things. It's not a general attitude that I have. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see in another 10 years. We'll see what happens. Excuse me. Oh God, seltzer. It's really You know, I'm not a big I'm not really against like burping. A lot of people find burping very very rude and offensive. I like burping. I think like that. It's almost like a competition. Whenever somebody burps, I want to burp louder. Like, yeah, fuck you. I'm more of a man. I don't know. Is that a manly thing? I don't know. I can't tell anymore. But farts kind of get on my nerves. You know? And I think it's like the more comfortable with you that I am, or the more I know you, then I guess I'm okay with it. But stranger farts, especially if you're in like an enclosed area, and a person, it's like, why couldn't you? There's like a bathroom right there. Why couldn't you go and do that, or go outside? You fucking animal. I don't know. It kind of annoys me. But back to oh yeah, depressing New York shit. It's been cold as fuck past couple days. It's been downright miserable in terms of the weather. And every fucking winter, I say the same thing. Every year, I'm like, this is my last winter. I'm gonna move. I'm moving either moving south, or I'm moving to out west, California. Maybe Washington or something. Even though it rains a lot up there, but I'm cool with rain. I just can't. I don't know. I've dealt with East Coast winters for my entire life. I was born in Ohio originally. If you didn't already know that, which I'm sure most of you do not. Um, yeah, so it was Northeast Ohio. I grew up, so I had to deal with that shitty weather every winter. A lot of canceled school though when I was a kid, which was the shit because I did not like school. Uh, I think I missed like 20 something days in my senior year of high school. I was not a fan. Okay, I like barely graduated, but uh, yeah, I say this every year that I'm gonna. This is my last winter, man. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go play in the sun on the West Coast, live on a beach, and it never happens because the East Coast just pulls me back in. But I think I have more of like a West Coast kind of mindset. I don't know. I'm just more. I have a chiller vibe than most of these fucking people. But I also have a little bit of that East Coast fucking anger in me, or that like Midwestern kind of. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's why I never fit in everywhere I go. Or maybe just me having that kind of in the back of my mind is why I don't exactly fit in. Huh. Something to think about. Something to talk about with my therapist. That's one thing I don't do either. Like, I'm the only person in this city, I swear, doesn't go to therapy. Which, if you do, that's great. You're talking to somebody. That's cool. I'm not shaming you. Uh, but yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't really. I don't feel a need to. Um, Not right now, anyway. We'll see what other fucked up things happen in the future in my life. Maybe I'll need it at some point. But you know, the one thing I do like about weather, because this is gonna be real interesting. This episode, Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know. I'm just kind of saying what pops in my head. All right, give me a break. One thing I do love about weather is weather weathermen. No, you can't call them weathermen. Forecasters, meteorologists. I'm a big fan. There are a couple I like a lot. uh, First of all, I love the ABC 7 New York wet weather woman, Amy Freeze. I got a big crush on her. She is fine as hell. I don't know if MILF is offensive anymore. I don't. I mean, you could say DILF, right? I wouldn't give a fuck. But yeah, she's a special one. I really like her. But I think my number one, meteorologist. I love getting my weather from Al Roker. He's my favorite. He's just, he has that joyous vibe, you know. Like, he's not fat. He used to be fat, but he still has, I feel like, a jolly sensibility, and I enjoy that. I think that's nice in these trying times. It's nice to have that. And he has that like grandpa thing. He's like, oh, Grandpa Al, telling us the forecast again. But you know what? Something that's funny about Al is they always fucking cut to Al after some horrible news story on the Today Show, and it's like hilarious, but it's also, I feel so bad for him because you go from like some like who died, that actor Luke Perry died, and they went straight from like his death segment to like Al, and he has to be all somber, like, oh well, here's the fucking weather, I guess. Today on the Today Show, a school bus full of kindergartners has exploded killing everyone on board after colliding with another bus filled with adorable puppies. Now over to Al with the weather. It's like, what the fuck you want the guy to do? Like, why do you put... Well, you hire this guy who's like a very happy-go-lucky person, and then you cut to him after some horrible, depressing segment. It's like, Jesus Christ, why not go to him before that? You know? And I feel like I'm the only one who's really looking out for Al here, and I'm sure he feels the same. So can you guys, like, maybe just do something a little lighter before the fucking... I have to tell people when they need to put on their galoshes. I don't know. But, yeah, weather sucks right now. But that's okay. That's okay. Eventually it'll get better. It's already, it's March. I'm going to Japan next month. That's gonna be fun. Something I'd like to do. There's no segues on this fucking thing. I try, but I would love to own a bar or a restaurant in a city. Probably not here because it's like too fucking expensive to own anything, and you end up on Hell's Kitchen at some point because the place has just gone to shit. You have no money. Gordon Ramsay's gonna come yell at you, and then you close down anyway because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Well, I see. I would like to be like an owner, a part owner maybe, and surround myself with people who know what the fuck they're doing. So I would just be kind of like a small piece of it. I would just be like an idea guy in terms of like the aesthetics. I don't know. Name it something like mysterious or some, that doesn't really make sense or anything. Like the juniper room. It's like, what the fuck is that even? It's a bunch of bushes. It's just a bar full of shrubs and shit. The juniper room. Or maybe like a nightclub. I had this idea when I was a kid. I wanted to have open up a dance club, and it would be called. I probably couldn't do this because of like copyright reasons, but it would be called Dirty Harry's, and it'd be this giant club, and there'd be like a huge dance floor when you walk in, and above the dance floor, be like a fucking huge ass gun hanging from this, like a revolver like he had in the movie, hanging from the ceiling, and like smoke would shoot out of it and like sparks. Probably never gonna do that, but a man can dream. And if you actually have money, unlike me, take that idea. Maybe shoot me like 5% or something, but I want to do that at some point. I don't know if you can hear on this, but my fucking neighbors. It's not really my neighbors so much as it's just the building itself that I live in. It's like everything is thin. The walls are thin. The ceiling is fucking thin. So it's like every step upstairs I can hear. And I hate it so much. But hey, what can you do? What can you do about that? It's not really... I'm not going to complain about that. It's not their fault. It's a fucking building. I want to move at some point. I did get into a bit of a... I don't know what you want to call it. It's not a scuffle. Because it was a physical thing. But like I have these downstairs neighbors. Or it's at least one guy who lives there who... loves to play loud music with his fucking bass turned all the way up. And I got into a bit of a thing recently because granted they were doing this on like a Thursday night at like midnight, and I was pissed because I was trying to sleep and I couldn't sleep. And they had this fucking boom, 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 boom downstairs. I mean, it wasn't as bad as it usually is, because they stopped for a bit, but it was still noticeable. It was fucking, and it was getting on my goddamn nerves. So I went into the living room and I just started fucking just stomping on the floor. He's like, "You fucking cocksucker, shut up!" And then I went to my room, and it seemed like they stopped it for the time being. But then somebody like came to the door. It was like knocking, and I looked through, and it was like some chick. I don't know. I don't think she lives here. I think she's like a friend of the guy. And I just looked through. I was like, "Oh fuck this bitch," and I didn't open it. It's like, I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna put on pants and have a conversation. It's like, Jesus Christ. Well, first of all, I don't want them to know who I am. I would like to remain anonymous in this whole situation. Fucking people, man. I hate the whole like this requirement that you have to be civil about this shit. It's like, I'm not gonna teach you how to be considerate. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's not my job. Just don't be a rude asshole and things will be fine. I don't know. I have a very short fuse now. I was talking about that in the first episode. I'm kind of like, I don't take shit anymore. I just can't. I can't do it. I don't know. I mean, if I'm having like if I'm out and about, I'm pretty good at keeping my cool. I mean, it's not like I blow up on people. I'm not that type of person. It's just when I'm in my space, when I'm in my, bed, just don't fucking bother me. Just that's all I want. Just don't bother me. It's simple. It's a simple request, I think. I don't see why people gotta be so upset. Hey, you ruined my good time. I was having a party with friends. And that's more important than you being able to fucking get a good night's rest. That's like people in their 20s, man. I lived with these two kids in an apartment a couple of years ago. And they were 19. Couple of fucking douchebags. Jesus Christ. My situation right now is actually much better than that one. Treating the fucking apartment like a goddamn frat house. I wanted to murder both of them in their sleep. Oh, the fantasies I had. Oh, those fucking kids. But, bygones are bygones, and whatever the fuck. You know who people that I hate? People that I hate, fans. Fans I really hate. And I'm not talking about like fans of my band or anything, because we don't really have any. we have a few. No, I'm talking about like hardcore fans of anything, whether it's something musical or like a TV show or movies, or fans are fucking assholes, man. Especially the diehard ones, because they're so entitled. A lot of them get so entitled, and they have these expectations, like you owe them shit. But I feel like you don't, whether you're a musician or fucking actor. It's an even exchange as far as I'm concerned. If you make the thing, you create the art, the other person observes the art, enjoys it, and in a story, there's the exchange. But some people expect so much more than that. I don't know why. I think a lot of this stems from us just like it being in a modern civilized society. We don't really have a lot of problems to deal with, generally speaking. Like, yeah, you got to pay your bills, and maybe you got some shitty neighbors or something. But generally, we don't have a ton of conflict. We don't have to worry about getting eaten by like wild animals. Most of us. So we have to like develop these problems. or these like obsessions and conflicts. Yeah, I don't understand the fan. Like I don't. I'll just take bands for instance. For instance, like my favorite band. Whenever they put out an album, like I don't have expectations for it. I mean, I want it to be good, but that's a very broad kind of you know uh, ex- description of something. It's vague, you know. I just hate the whole mentality of, well, this doesn't sound like the last thing you put out. This is different. The fuck? I can't enjoy it if it's not exactly the same. It's like, man, fuck off. Artists do not owe you. They don't. Sure, okay, you bought the album. Well, they spent thousands of dollars making it. So, that should be the end of the transaction. They make the cool thing. You you listen to the cool thing. That's it. Granted, there are artists who can be kind of assholish to people, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not in that sphere, that like super famous sphere, the even semi-famous. I don't know what that feels like. It probably does a number on your psyche, I would imagine. Not to excuse people who are total dicks, but people have their moods. I don't. Artists don't owe you anything. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Uh, I think, well, all that people owe each other is just general kind of kindness and respect. That's all. You know, day to day niceties. Is that a word? It sounds made up. I don't know. Things just kind of pop in my head. Sometimes words, and I'm like, is that a real word? I don't know. But that's all that anyone owes anyone else. Just be a decent, nice person. Ah, fuck! I forgot to turn that off. God damn it! I need my sports notifications turned on at all times. Speaking of fans, I don't know if you are a fan of, or if you follow a lot of people on Instagram. I do. I follow quite a bit, quite a few people. I follow a lot of Instagram models, um, or maybe they're not exclusively, Instagram models, but that's a big platform for the, self promotion. Uh, and again, that's pretty much the majority of my feed, which is weird to be in public, and if I forget about it, and I'm scrolling, and then it's like two posts deep, and then it's like, oh, titties, ass, whoops, you know, and then I'm sure people judge me. It's like, come on, those are some nice titties. Maybe I'll just do that from now on. If I feel like somebody's being too judgmental, I'll just turn around and be like, "Did some nice titties, right? You like that ass? You like the thickness?" One thing I don't really dig though is like, uh, well, I follow a lot of porn stars too. But one thing one thing that kind of annoys me is the ones who they all post like provocative or like um, super sexual shit. As far as they can go without Instagram deleting their shit. Which Instagram still does delete stuff even if it's fairly tame. Um, for whatever reason, I don't know. Everything's operated through like algorithms and machines, and who knows if it's accidental or intentional, or some fucking Christian grandmother came across the stuff for some reason and then she flagged it. I hate people who flag. Fucking, that's. I feel like flagging stuff, unless it's truly like fucked up, violent, super violent shit, or you know, involving death. It's like, why the fuck you flagging? It's like, and they spend their whole day just looking up shit to flag because their kids are in school. They don't got anything better to do. They probably never lock out of Facebook. They got it open in another tab, checking their Facebook. I deleted Facebook, actually. I don't have it. Fuck that noise. I had it for almost 10 years, I guess. It's got fed up. It's a fucking cesspool of nonsense and just stupidity. I can't take it. I cannot take it. I would urge you to do the same. And it's not even that. That's not really. That's partially why I deleted it. But it's also, the whole just insidious fucking Zuckerberg shit. I don't know. He's not trustworthy. I do not trust him. And if you do, then I'll sell you a fucking bridge. What's this? I got a bridge to say. What's the saying? I don't know. I probably shouldn't have went for that saying, that idiom. Being that, I don't fucking know it. Yeah, I got a bridge to sell you. Did people just go around lying to people back in the day saying they were selling bridges? Scamming motherfuckers. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about Instagram models. Yeah, some of them, they post, very provocative sexual shit. And some guys are straight up creepy, Some dudes will say some really creepy shit on there. Commenting, weird stuff, like borderline, like this is what a stalker would say. But also, there are dudes who just, they'll comment because your tits are out, like the main focus, the focal point of the photograph. Some guys will say, there was some nice tits. I like to touch them titties. Something like that. Something to the effect of that. And then some of these chicks will act all fucking self-righteous and, say something super snappy or sassy. Just for no fucking it's like, what? This is why you're here. Your entire existence on this fucking platform is to show your tits and your ass to make money. And that's great. Good for you. More power to you. But if you post a picture of your tits or your ass all fucking up against the goddamn camera of your phone, and some dude comments on how your ass is visible and he likes it, why the fuck you flipping out? Where did he cross? What line did he cross exactly? I mean, I can understand maybe if you've been getting a lot of I know, I'm sure your DMs are just flooded with horrible things. I'm almost positive. But just because people are horrible doesn't mean you need to snap at that fucking, lonely guy in his mom's basement who just says, hey, I'd love to motorboat your tits. I should clarify that I have never done this myself. Let the record show. Never done it. I try to comment something funny, but it has to be really, either really ridiculous, funny, and goofy, or really dry. Like if a porn star posts something about some scene they did, like I did double anal, and I got spat on and somebody pissed in my fucking cunt. Oh god. Oh, why is that the first thing I thought of? Yeah, I'll say something like, oh, it's your birthday, happy birthday, or Merry Christmas. Because that's funny to me. That's funny. I don't have anything better to do. I'm a podcaster now, so I got time on my hands. Does anybody worry that time is passing way too fast now? Like I remember when I was a kid, or like not even when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, uh, I was 18, 19. I feel like time didn't pass as fast as it does now. Like I can't even be bored. There's no time. There's not enough time to be bored. Like hours are nothing, man. An hour is nothing. A year goes by so fast. It's fucking scary. I don't, to me, it is. And I'm not the type of guy who is scared of aging. I think getting old is cool. Uh, the dying part kind of freaks me out, mostly because there's a lot I want to do still. So I think that's why it freaks me out. How did I jump from that fucking Instagram thought subject to this? Just bouncing around like crazy. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get frozen. Yeah, at some point. Yeah, I let this be my audio will and testament, please. I'm not fucking joking. When I kick the bucket, freeze me. I need to be frozen. What's there to lose? There's nothing to lose. You're already fucking dead. It's just now you have a better chance of coming back. Better chance than the fucking skeleton in the ground. Yeah. So I see no negative to that. Why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you want a chance being able to be revived and brought back in the future and fucking, you know, be a fucking space nomad or some shit? Who knows what the future will hold? I'm very optimistic. Or I'm like, more optimistic than pessimistic. I wouldn't consider myself a cynical person at all. So, uh, I guess I have hope for the future that we're going to get our shit together, and that's a place I'd like to be brought back to. And if not, then I can always off myself once they fucking unfreeze me, once they thaw me out, and I get a look at the desolate wasteland that is Earth. I just feel like, well, fuck this shit. Somebody, they still have guns? Guns still around? Please. Yeah. Oh, you know what else happened? I think it happened last night or something. Um, Somebody won $1.5 billion in the either it was Mega Millions or Powerball. It's fucking crazy. And I didn't know they could do this. Maybe it's a New York thing. I don't know if it was a New Yorker who won it, but apparently they were able to remain anonymous, which I didn't know you could do that because I thought like the idea behind, um, you know, revealing your identity when you win this shit is so people know it's not fixed. Even though it doesn't really prove if it's not that it's not fixed just because there's a fucking old fat dude with a check standing there. But I don't know. It's on one hand, I'm kind of like the lottery is pointless to me. It's like your chances are so just infinitesimal. Here's another word that I don't even know if that works in this context. I think it does. I don't know. It's astronomical. Your odds are. You have a better chance of like getting in a fucking car crash or some shit and dying than winning the lotto. You probably have a better chance of being in the NBA or some shit. But I don't know. There's always that part of me that's like, well, why not spend like $5 on a ticket? $1.5 billion. I think it's just like that. I think it's why people, are addicted to gambling. It's like that rush, just like the rush of what could be, the fantasy. That, like, it feels good to think about. Oh man, I would buy my parents a house and a car, and I'd get myself like a fucking mansion. Like, I'd love to get a Lamborghini. I know it's like a basic bitch thing to say, but I want a Lamborghini since I was a kid. So I think about shit like that. And you're like, damn it. And then if I had 1.5 billion, I'd definitely be able to freeze myself. Then I could probably do it myself. I'd probably just put the fucking freezer in my basement. Man, it's like, how the fuck do you even, can you even make 1.5 billion dollars? Just without any help from the lottery. How the fuck do you do that? Because it's like, I'm not gonna be a CEO, probably, of like some major corporation. I'm not gonna be like involved in banking or like Wall Street shit. So it's like, like, I can't even fathom how to go about it. I mean, you can like be an entrepreneur and start a business, I guess. Inventions, like those people on Shark Tank. But how many of those people are actually billionaires? Fucking billionaires. I would just be happy with 1 million. 1 million is fine. Just enough to like pay my rent for the rest of my life would be cool. I don't really need anything, gaudy, or like, I don't need the Lamborghini, I guess. I don't fucking need it. But I guess if I have a $1 million, I could test drive some. You know? I could test drive one now, I guess. But, I mean, fucking, I don't know. I just don't want to work. That's why I sing in a band. I don't fucking go to college. You know that already. I don't want to have to get a fucking goddamn career. I don't know, every odd job I've ever worked, um, like, it's fine. Like, I don't mind it too much. I do it. I do my shit. I do my business. It's taken care of. But it's none of them have like a future behind it, really. Like, I can't be an old guy doing what I do in these things. But I don't know. I can't see myself like working in an office. God, just fucking kill me. I don't want to do it. I don't know. Maybe eventually I'll have to find something a little more stable. I suppose. I don't know, man. I got this fucking sick ass voice. I got this sexy ass voice. Come on. Just maybe I could just sing like jingles. What's that? Nationwide auto insurance. I'll do that. I'll take that deal. I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't know. I think I need a better like support group, not or like a. I need to surround myself with some people who are gonna urge me, you know, push me, and maybe I could become the 1.5 billion-dollar man. I need people to push me, like or like encourage me, like Donald Trump encourages Kim Jong Un. I don't know if you saw that when he was over there talking with him. Over in fucking Vietnam. Yeah, he had some very flattering things to say about the potential of North Korea, how great it could be. If I could have like Donald Trump just building me up every day, just calling me up, telling me how great I can be. I feel like that can make a difference. Oh, I don't know if I want Donald Trump calling me every day, but just fucking anybody. Just like a motivational speech every day. Some positive affirmations, positive reinforcement. I don't fucking know. I think I ran out of topics for this week. I'm just gonna freestyle it. Um, oh yeah, I sing in this band, Glass Lungs. I mentioned it last time, the first episode. And we have a show at the end of, it is March, so it's at the end of March, so the 26th of March, we're playing at the Kingsland in Brooklyn, New York. So come on down. Come on down, fucking have a good old time with the guys in Glass Lungs. Should be fun. I always have a good time playing at that venue. It should be a fun time. I missed it. We haven't played in a few months, you know. I've been writing and working on new things and fucking around. Actually, our absence from the music scene is pretty much why I started this fucking thing. So it was a blessing in disguise. Even though I was bored out of my fucking mind. I need to make shit. Even if it's just this. It's just something. I need something to do. I just can't be sitting around. Like I said earlier, or a few minutes ago, whenever that was, time passes by like fucking so quick. The inevitability of my own tragic demise. It's always in the back of my mind. Gotta fucking do shit. You gotta make moves. If you want. Or you just like not, just fucking be lazy if that's what makes you happy. You don't have to do anything. But I need to be making this music. It's my life. And I'm excited about it. I don't want to go back to the old days when I was trying to. I didn't have a band, and I was singing fucking karaoke on, every night, just trying to fill that void, trying to get some kind of fucking encouragement from that. That was sad. I didn't know how sad it was, but it was kind of sad. I still do. I still sing karaoke, by the way. I love karaoke, but just it's not at that level. It's not at the sadness. The sadness quotient has been exponentially reduced. I like how I kind of go back and forth from like sounding like a really smart person to a really fucking dumb person. But that's one of my gifts. I feel like I can jump. I can live in both spaces, man. That's why I can kind of get along with most people. I can, if you're stupid, I can get on that level. If you're smart, I feel like I can hang for the most part. I feel like I have a really good grasp of just logic and problem solving, and I feel like I have a pretty high emotional intelligence, and I know how to talk to people. I know how to like read someone's vibe and how to what do they call it, tact. I'm very tactful. You know, it pisses me off when people don't have tact. They don't know how to talk to people on an individual, case by case basis. That fucking pisses me off. It really gets on my nerves. But yes, okay. We are at the 50-minute mark now. Is there anything else I want to talk about today? Not really. I'm sure I'll have. I don't want to use up all my good topics. Actually, I don't have any. I literally ran out of shit to say. But yeah, March 26th, the Kingsland in Brooklyn. Come on down and hang with the boys in Glass Lungs. That should be a good time. Looking forward to seeing you all. And I guess I will talk to you later. And let's end the episode with the same high energy as we started with. So bye, guys. See you next time on Going in Dry. Yep. And of course, I fucking forgot to mention something. Uh, but if you want to, for whatever fucking reason, contact me. Contact what I like to call the crew here at Going in Dry Podcast. The email is goingindrypod@gmail.com. That's goingindrypod@gmail.com. Send me your queries, your suggestions, your hate, whatever the fuck you want. Alright, see ya.